Week 7 waiver wire is a doozy. Woo! Welcome, everybody. This is Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Give me another word, Jamey, to describe the Week 7 waiver wire.
Stupendous.
Stupendous, Dave. How about you?
It's there.
It's there. It's those injury replacement wide receivers that make you scratch your head. How much do we commit to them? Because, Mike Evans could be back, but boy, those Tampa Bay wide receivers have great opportunities. Who's going to step up for the Rams? Is anybody going to step up for the Titans? So that makes things pretty interesting.
The Jets.
And then the injury replacement tight ends who are going to get those targets that the wide receivers are leaving behind, like maybe Oronde Gadsden again, like Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor, his next two matchups are against teams that rank 31st and 32nd against tight ends, Carolina and Cincinnati. Obviously, you got Harold Fannin as well. So, is it a good waiver wire week? I feel like it's kind of a good waiver wire week.
It's an interesting waiver wire week. It's not. You said this yesterday when we did the early look at it, that there are two potential starting running backs, one for sure and one maybe. And the tight ends are good. And the receivers and quarterbacks are kind of like, I may need some help there, but I don't necessarily want to trust it. Like the receiver rankings this week are awful.
Yeah.
No one's healthy.
Yeah.
There's like 7 good receivers, and then everybody else is a giant question mark.
So I list the receivers in the waiver wire column for anybody that does not read it. And this is the list of injuries at the position.
Oh, this is going to be depressing.
I don't think I've ever had a list this long. This includes guys that are on IR. So it's Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison Jr., Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Emeka Ibuka, Chris Godwin, Quentin Johnston, Terry McLaurin, Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Calvin Ridley, Tutu Atwell, who is spelled wrong, Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin, Kavontae Turpin, Dontavian Wicks, Cedric Tillman, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Jalen Coker, Alec Pierce, Christian Watson, and Jalen McMillan. Like, it's just absolutely brutal. And that's
Hold on, though.
The two teams on a bye.
Might play.
Yeah, that's not including the two teams on a bye who only have one good wide receiver and an injured one in Josh Palmer. It's Buffalo and Baltimore on bye this week. Yeah, Tutu Atwell might play, or as it's typed in the column right now, Toot Atwell.
Toot.
Or at least in JV's notes. It's bad. Mike Evans might play this week. Ricky Pearsall has a chance to play this week. George Kittle's going to play this week, right?
That's what our understanding is, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to our top waiver wire priorities. We haven't said Kimani Vidal's name yet, but we're going to say that. Jamey, who are the top 3 priorities?
Yeah, I mean, Vidal was, a guy we were promoting last week, so hopefully everybody took advantage of that. But Vidal would be 1, Harold Fannin would be 2, and 3 would be Zonovan Bam Knight.
Dave?
What a crazy, crazy list you just gave, Jamey. How could you say such a list? I've got Bam Knight second. Vidal, Knight, Fannin.
Vidal is pretty obvious, so he stands out. Knight, let's talk about him real quick. He got 11 carries and 1 catch. He got the goal line touchdown, but he basically split the carries evenly with Michael Carter. Now he plays a much better run defense, although one that's struggling a little bit lately in Green Bay. Their whole defense is struggling a little bit lately with Green Bay, but and then it's a bye for Knight, and then it's Dallas, which is great, but is Zonovan Knight even going to be in your top 24 this week?
He is not, no, but I do think when you're looking at flex options, he's got a chance to be helpful for you, so you said it, like the split is still there. Carter can easily be a better play this week because if they're trailing, which you would probably expect them to be trailing, then there's an opportunity for Carter to be the better of the Cardinals running backs. So I don't have them that far apart. I think, what you kind of got from a workload standpoint for both of them is probably somewhat predictable. And then you factor in that Kyler Murray can play. Jonathan Gannon didn't rule that out. So if Kyler's back, there's some rushing opportunities that they both likely lose. So I don't want to trust him, but I think, again, looking at what he could provide to the position, he should be added.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. He should be added, but you could see a scenario where if he gets 12 touches, I mean, if he just what would happen if he didn't score last week? He could score 6 fantasy points.
Correct.
Bam Knight, right.
He could do what Kenneth Walker's done in like half of his games this year.
You could say, yeah. but less efficient. Okay, so Kimani Vidal, Harold
I
Fannin.
didn't know there were style points in fantasy.
No, yeah, but Kimani Vidal, Harold Fannin Jr., Zonovan Knight for Jamey, Kimani Vidal, Zonovan Knight, Harold Fannin Jr. for Dave. And we're going to talk about it more at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Please join us there. Tuesdays and Thursdays, every Tuesday and Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're on CBS Sports Network. Tuesday is Waiver Wire. Thursday is a rankings show, and really good stuff. And, just we have time to talk about things that we don't necessarily get to on the morning episode.
So just one thing, somebody brought this up in the chat. I want to make sure I give them credit. Edo Billions, that yes, Trey Benson is coming back. At least that's the expectation, and he will be eligible. I said this wrong on yesterday's show. He's eligible to play in week 10. So week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8 is their bye. Week 9 is the 4-game window that Benson is expected to be on IR. Now he may be on IR longer than that, as we found out with Amari Hampton, right? We got the news that he's going to be on IR longer than the 4 weeks. We don't know when Benson is exactly coming back. So just keep that in mind when you're spending your fab. Like, this is a rental, and this is a rental. It's still in the timeshare. It's a rental in the timeshare that may not be that great. So just don't go crazy with your fab there.